My name is Carla Morrison. I will be your tour guide for today on Chit Chat Atlanta Tours. Where are you from? Okay, that's great. That's great. Well, because you're from this place and that place and every place in between, we're going to share with you about Sweet Auburn Avenue, the historic Sweet Auburn Avenue. We're starting right here on the corner of Auburn Avenue and Jesse Hill in front of the historic Big Bethel AME Church, because Big Bethel was considered the city hall for Auburn Avenue. A lot of different civic events took place in Big Bethel, and a number of Big Bethel members participated in supporting the civil rights movement. So this is, and it's also my church, which I take pride in. We are the first and the biggest at the time black church in Atlanta. We were created in 1847, and we were the premier church at one time. And we're getting back to that. We're getting back to being the city hall of Auburn Avenue. There's been a number of people who came and spoke at our church, including Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, Miss Coretta Scott King, Nelson Mandela, Marcus Garvey, and if you want to bring it to current times, our current Fulton County District Attorney, Fani Willis. And so, come on, we're going to start the tour. We always like to start here at Big Bethel and just share a little history with you. We are a historic landmark, and this is our marker for you to see. We're the oldest African American congregation in Atlanta. This is the church. We also have a marker in the inside for Marcus Garvey. When he came to speak in the South, he spoke here in Atlanta, and we were the church for him to speak at. So we even have a display right here where it shares all of Big Bethel AME. And the other churches that are on this in this corridor are Wheat Street Baptist in Ebenezer, which we'll be passing by later on in our tour. And so this is Bethel Towers. Big Bethel actually owns this property. Hello, how are you? And it's a place to house many people who actually needed assistance. Big Bethel owns a lot of this block. This is the Youth Recreation Center. They also have its own credit union. And their main offices are just right up here. And so, Vintage Auburn Barbershop is the oldest black barbershop in the city of Atlanta. So there's many other things on this tour, but we want to just start the walk from Big Bethel, as I mentioned, and share. This is just one of our buildings that we have. And right here is our amphitheater, where we have grown, have had an actual, we've grown vegetables and have had events in this space and done a lot of different things. And Ella Baker, she was definitely a civil rights leader in her own right, supporting the Student Nonviolent Committee. And so as you walk Sweet Auburn Avenue, you'll find out about a lot of historic things that happened. This was a street, this was like the home for black folk. We lived, worked, and played right along this corridor. This building right here was the Royal Peacock. And this is where the likes of James Brown came, Aretha Franklin came, and many others performed right here, right upstairs. Now below is the M Bar, and that's more current. That's in recent time. They've been open for about 8 years now. We also have another black-owned business, which is Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, and plenty more. Fort Keeps is across the street, and the Peach Cobbler Factory. And what we're approaching is the John Calhoun Park. And this park was named after Mr. John Calhoun, who was an attorney. And he actually was also a business person, entrepreneur, who owned not only a law firm, but some other small businesses. He also allowed Hollowell to intern with him, and Hollowell was instrumental in desegregating University of Georgia as a student.